I find this conversation fascinating about the Mets and a potential super bullpen because the starting pitching in a super bullpen team has to work as well for the bullpen to be utilized properly and to be a good bullpen. Do the Mets have enough starting pitching, in your opinion, to even look in that direction and potentially go with a super pen?
Not to me, they don't, Doug. Look, I think that this year, obviously last season was unlike any other in baseball history, and we don't know the repercussions of how it's going to affect pitching going forward. So I really think that teams are doing a disservice to their chances to win if they're not wallpapering their staffs with arms. I'm talking about starters and relievers. I think the Mets need to add to the bullpen, and clearly they need to add to the rotation as well. I don't think we know what kind of innings we're going to be able to get from a guy like David Peterson, who threw 49 2/3, I think, last year. What is he going to be able to give this young in his career, coming off a season like that? The stopping, the starting, the restarting, and then the short season. There's a lot of unknowns out there. I think the idea of building a super bullpen is intelligent, and I think also socking in more depth in the rotation is necessary. I want to spend Steve Cohen's money badly here because the Mets need more and more pitching, as does everybody in baseball.
You've been trying to give his money to Bauer, but he just won't listen to you so far, Amick. So we'll see. But I agree. Look, they need more starting pitching. There's no doubt. You can't know for sure that Syndergaard's going to be back even in the second half. We saw Wheeler miss 2 years after Tommy John. We don't really know what to expect from Matz. Where exactly does Lugo fit in right now? He'd almost have to be in the rotation. So if that's the case, you got to go out and get more relievers, I think, because they're still not deep enough without Lugo in that pen if you really want to have a championship caliber bullpen. So, yeah, as many arms as you can get. I don't understand why, there's reports they're kind of out or haven't been in on Odorizzi and the Japanese starter. I don't know why you wouldn't be trying to get those guys unless they're really laying low, and they are going to get Bauer. If that's the case, then that obviously solves a lot of problems.
But to Anthony McCarron's point, getting a guy like Bauer would be great, but where's your depth going to come from then? And that can be a problem. And if you do want to build a super pen, even if you put Lugo in there, right now the only three entities you could really, I think, rely on are Diaz, May, and then Lugo if he's back there. If you do that, that's great, but you need a couple more. And look, you can hope for a bounce back year from Betances, from Familia, Brack's back. You have these names, and I actually really liked Drew Smith last year, seeing him pitch a little bit. But look, I think they still need to add one or two bullpen guys and some starters, not just one. So getting a guy like Bauer would be great. I just don't think that would be it.